Like many of us, I started this year out with some serious goals in mind. And they say if you want to change your life, you need to change your mind. So I set my mind to it. I started 75 hard, although a little late, set my intentions, gave myself rules, and maybe I overcomplicated some things, but nonetheless, I felt like I was doing the damn thing. Pushing past my norm, expanding my boundaries, doing things out of my comfort zone, from early mornings that felt maybe a little too early some days, but I did discover through this a new love of mine, running. Through this challenge, I found activities that helped me stay consistent with my goals and felt like I was discovering new routines to help me stay in the state of optimal growth and sanity. To put it shortly, I was feeling great. I felt on top of my shit for the first time in a long time. It's been a while. It had been a while. As all good things go, they must come to an end or a pause, and in my case, inevitably, I got
Now I have energy to even walk today. I'm gonna still do some stretches because I've literally been in bed this entire time. I haven't moved. I don't even know if I've drank water.
So yeah, I got sick for the first time this season. But this one was full-blown cold flu or whatever the heck decided to make its way around this season. Many bowls of ramen, hot soup, chicken noodle soup, meds, naps, days went by. I tried to stay active in some capacity, but honestly couldn't muster up the energy to do it.
I haven't done any movement today. I've been sleeping and laying around. And I ate a lot of chicken noodle soup today. I don't know why I'm trying to talk. There's no voice. So I should just stop. I'm just gonna whisper, okay? Honestly, I just don't think working out is in the cards for me today. And I was thinking about this challenge and like how literally my body is like saying absolutely no to me. And I'm so worried about completing this fucking challenge. So, anyway, long story short is that I'm continuing this challenge, but I am just these sick days are getting thrown out the window for me.
It's funny when you get sick, it's like time and rational thinking just gets sucked into this vortex of weird limbo time. And it's also funny how we try and expect ourselves to push our boundaries and experience the most growth in the dead of winter when nature and life is paused and dormant, and how we expect ourselves to exert the most energy in the middle of cold and flu season. I doom scrolled a lot, and I know they say comparison is the thief of joy, but I couldn't help but wonder, why and how are these other people succeeding in their goals, and why the hell am I not? Am I doing something wrong? The day finally came that I felt healed and so much better from being so sick, and I was so eager just to get right back into it. Oh, it's kind of cold. I should have worn another layer. I was so happy just to get outside, get back to the grind. So many cool things were happening. I even ended up in New York City, and I just couldn't help but think that I was always waiting for what's next. Even in New York, I remember having an amazing time and was having an amazing day, but felt so excited at the thought of going home and getting back to my routine. I was building and creating this toxic cycle of thinking and just wasn't catching it. There were, of course, moments that brought me back down to earth, like spending quality time with my family or quality time with RJ and just doing things that took us out of the norm of life. The sun came out, and that helped immensely. Touching grass will always do the trick in these kinds of moments. As amazing things were, it just felt like life was going full steam ahead, and I just couldn't get a grasp on anything.
There are 3,600 runners today for this cherry blossom run, which is insane. We're on wave 5, and we're going all the way to the back of this line right now.
Running had become extremely therapeutic for me. This was my first 5K, and I remember starting it with the intention to beat my previous personal record. Days before this, I had just signed up for my first half marathon, so PRing was very important to me in training.
I saw you.
Good job, baby.
Although something that could have been celebrated a little bit more, 2 days after this, I ran with my run club in the woods, and this is where our story comes to present.
So I just twisted my ankle during the run. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm super bummed. It hurts really bad. I couldn't even put weight on it. I need to recover and heal quickly. I was really stressed today, and I think I was really just distracted during running. And I was just grooving, and I hit a rock or something. I hit a hole or a root or something because it was a trail run, and I'm really, really, really sad.
There's my toes. I will be blurring that out when editing because I'm gonna give some toes for free. It's pretty swollen. I really hope I just don't have to go to the doctor.
It's interesting reflecting on all of this now because the universe was nudging and reminding me to slow down and giving me all the signs I needed, but I just kept going.
I've literally been on the couch since last night. I mean, I went to bed. I've been elevating and icing my foot. Oh, it feels like forever already. Time is so funny when you're injured, I guess. And so it's only been one night injured. And I'm like, why aren't I better already? And anyway, I'm like beating myself up for being injured. I honestly don't think that I'm just in the strongest mental space the past couple days. It's so strange, and I guess I've been avoiding talking about it even to the camera and to others because I don't want to, I guess, come off as if I'm complaining. I don't know. I've been so in my head the past couple days, and it's just been simply too much. And I definitely overdid it yesterday. I was so stressed out yesterday. I lifted, I went to the gym downstairs, did a whole leg day, and thought nothing of it. And then I went on the trail run, thought nothing of, working my legs out to the point till they're tired, and then going on a 5K trail run. In one misstep, took me out, and now I'm probably out for a month. So, a month, I hope, is all that I will be needing to recover and heal. And I'm just it's these moments that make you so grateful for being healthy and able-bodied. Very ironic, I'd say, because literally just yesterday, as I was so stressed out and driving myself insane with stress and anxiety, I had a moment of self-reflection and revelations and said to myself that, wow, I really haven't been practicing gratitude daily. That one, I hadn't been practicing gratitude daily like I was before, and because of that, I just caught myself focusing so much on negative things. I'm so grateful that I have RJ because we have Kuma, and he's a menace. He's in his adolescent days right now, and he is just humping everything, biting everything, not listening, full-blown teenager. And I can barely walk around. I hopped here on one leg. My left leg is about to be so strong, It's just such, I guess, divine timing, and I'm glad I'm documenting this right now because there are so many amazing things happening in my life right now, and I feel like I've been working so hard to get to this point, to this moment, and I really feel like I'm entering a big moment. And this is a really I guess harsh sign, but I feel like the universe is making me slow down. I feel like I've been running at light speed and really neglecting some important factors in my life, and that it got to a point where I was neglecting those factors so much that I just was no longer listening to my body or my spirit and not being in tune with myself. And the universe literally was like, here you go. this is gonna hurt, but here you go. So I'm listening now, okay? Like I said, I think it's just divine timing, honestly. I haven't washed my face or changed out of my sleep clothes, so thank you for bearing with me. I am gonna go hop along. Let me get in here. This is because I don't want my tummy to get weird. Hello, it is Friday and I managed to shower today. Feels good. It is truly a humbling experience to have an injury. I had a really bad sprained ankle 3 years ago now. That one was really, really bad and I almost tore the tendons in my left ankle, knock on wood. In boot for 8 weeks and I had a lot of PT to go through, and then now I have sprained my right ankle and it's certainly not nearly as bad. Thank the Lord. I have been such a baby about my sprained ankle. This was just supposed to be like the busiest week for me work-wise, and it was just such divine timing that this happened. And I honestly think it's probably just, it's a sign from the universe that I needed to slow down. So in this process of the last week, I have learned a few things about myself that I am honestly trying to work through right now. One, I don't like asking for help. And that's been really apparent, as there are some things that I genuinely cannot do by myself right now. Last night I broke the lid to my hyaluronic acid bottle and I'm super bummed because I knocked it down, because I also just got this, but it is what it is. But anyway, there are a few things that I can't do by myself right now. One is getting point A to point B with, you know, a stack of things in my hands, my laptop, my book, my pen. Little things that we truly take for granted on a day-to-day basis that I know I've been taking for granted, that we kind of just get overlooked in our day-to-day lives, and don't like asking for help. And I need to be more comfortable asking for help, because everyone needs help in our lives. And I know the only thing in my way of me asking for help is honestly like my pride and my ego. So I'm so married and committed to this ego within me that I'm an independent girl and I can do things on my own and I don't need anyone's help, and humbled. It's loud and clear that I really need to drop the ego, because it's literally weighing on myself. I feel like I have this idea in my head that I'm such a burden to others, and I don't want to be a burden to others, and therefore I don't ask for help. That I created this idea again in my head that I don't need help, and that I don't want to be a burden, that I'm the person that helps others more than I am helped. And I've been so committed to that. It's exhausting. I'm sick of listening to myself explaining it right now, honestly. With that said, it's an ongoing process. I'm learning how to not be embarrassed to ask for help, and to accept that it's okay to ask for help and everyone needs help. Little things that have been popping up in my head that I need to be grateful for are reminding me to get back into my gratitude practice is, one, thank goodness I have a light-filled, clean, safe living space, home, apartment to spend time in, especially during such a vulnerable time where I'm healing and literally just sitting around. Thank goodness I have this beautiful space to be in and just post up. Literally, yes, I'm injured, yes, I'm recovering, but I'm good. I'm living in this beautiful space. My leg is elevated, not right now. My leg can just be elevated and icing, and I'm safe and I'm taken care of, and there's light outside, and I have a comfy couch and a comfy bed to sit in. It's just those reminders that I need to kind of check myself with, because I have been such an emo girl I've been so emo about it, and I need to get over it and just lean into this healing time, because that's all we can do. I need to relinquish control of what I can't control and be grateful for what is truly right in front of me.
Spring was here, and in this state of rest and recovery, I had a lot of time to reflect. I realized how disconnected I had been from the present by being so distracted by the future and distracted by these end goals that I was neglecting all the good right now, right in front of me. It's tough because goals are good to have, but what I realize is that unless we reconnect with the present, it's always going to feel like we're failing and that we're always behind, because there's always going to be the next thing, there's always going to be the next goal, and there's never going to be an end to that cycle. I know there's no overnight fix for this, but it's something that we can practice every day, little by little, by celebrating small wins.
We just hit 7,000 subscribers. Still have my boot on. Sidebar, I started reading a book for pleasure. It's crazy to say because I've been such a little freak about reading self-help books this past couple years of my life, and I haven't read a fantasy novel in so long. I couldn't even tell you the last one. I picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses because my friend Gabby could not stop raving about this series and this author, so I finally caved and bought the book and started reading it, and honestly I'm super into it. I love it. It's so good so far. And then I'm finally finishing The Power of Now. I am on page 201, and I swear I have one chapter left, I think, so I really should finish this. I just wanted to share as a reminder to myself and anyone watching this, kicking off the new season, kicking off this new quarter of the year, and reflecting on Q1 also. Q1, I feel like I did so much, but also so little because my energy was so spread out and I didn't really have some simplified focuses, and I was getting sick and getting hurt. The first thing that called out to me is that we prioritize optimization and working out and hustling so hard and just optimizing our energy and doing so much, but we don't prioritize rest and recovery. And looking back, that is probably the main reasons why I was getting sick so much, especially in the thick and the dead of winter, that I was not prioritizing rest and recovery. Rest and recovery is not as emphasized as it needs to be, as much as the active actions are, if that makes sense. So in this new quarter and in this new season, because of that, and how I want to prioritize rest and recovery, that goes into my second point of building better systems rather than working in a constant path of resistance. I am a woman, I have a cycle every month, and there are so many different dynamics and levels of energy that go into every day and every phase of my cycle. I think I'm finally letting go of trying to work like a man. I finally feel like I'm being so for real with myself and coming to terms with my feminine energy, and with that I am allowing myself to work with my cycle and build a system around my cycle versus working against my own body. Trying to optimize myself and my system of cycle syncing to reach my entrepreneurship goals, my creative goals, and ultimately just feel better in all areas of my life, because I will be working more synchronously with myself and my body. I have actually been really enjoying this rest time because it's making me think in different ways. It's allowing me to have some time to read, get some other work done, to have some time of reflection and go back into the archives and see things in different ways that I hadn't seen before. And I guess that's kind of the beauty of rest. I guess the universe kind of induced me to rest a little bit. So it's been a rude awakening, I'd say, for the past week, for me, in the best way possible. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Let's take care of ourselves, let's build better systems for ourselves, and get after some goals for this quarter. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.